into one of those series. But, that's good because we're in the third quarter of the game, and every moment counts, and I want this to be the greatest year of your life. So many great things are happening in my life. I can't wait to share more about some of them with you in the near future. I can't talk about everything right now, but this is such an incredible time and moment, and regardless of what you haven't done, regardless of how you're feeling emotionally, you still have time to make some progress, to move toward the life of your dreams, to realize your greatest potential, to make a meaningful contribution in the world and in your lifetime and generation. And so I want to encourage you to get back up, get focused, and start taking action in the direction of your desires, dreams, and goals. And so let's delve into part 7 of this. This is what I know. Everybody wants more, but few will ever embrace more for their lives. I hear so many people, there must be more, there's got to be more, I want more, but they don't show me any type of action that they really want to see more for their lives. It has to be more than a strong desire or a feeling. There has to be some type of impetus or action that moves you toward the life that you say that you desire to have. And so what I have noticed and what I've discovered over the years is that we think that things are just going to automatically happen in our lives, and they don't just happen. People will hear me talk or read my books or see my bio or see the things that I've been able to accomplish, and they'll assume that all of this stuff just happens overnight, and it doesn't. It's a process, it's work, it's time, it's effort, it's energy, and most of all, you have to give yourself fully and completely to your goals and to your vision and to the things that you say you want to do. So many people come to me and they say, Jamel, I know that there's more for my life. And I begin to say, okay, well, what actions have you taken? They say, well, I haven't really taken any action. I just know that there's more. And I said, well, how do you expect more to manifest in your life if you're not moving toward it? Because one thing I know to be true is that anything that is going to manifest in your life is going to manifest because you move toward it. And so what a lot of people don't understand is that if you're not moving toward the more that you say you want, then it's going to be impossible for that more to manifest in your life. And I've also discovered that more is never discovered in your comfort zone. So many people like being comfortable. I was one of those people. I like it comfortable and convenient. But guess what? You don't change your life being comfortable or only wanting everything to be convenient for you. You're going to have to be inconvenienced. And I've discovered that in being inconvenienced, that's where the greatest improvements and transformation took place in my life. And so I ask myself all the time, how am I willing to be inconvenienced to improve my life? How am I willing to be inconvenienced to live more intentionally? How am I willing to be inconvenienced to increase in my life? How am I willing to be inconvenienced so that I can have the impetus that I need to manifest my greatest goals, dreams, and desires? Let me tell you what I know from personal experience. Nothing grows in comfortable places. Write that down. Nothing grows in comfortable places, and too many people are living very comfortable lives and expecting this tremendous growth and development and mastery to come forth. It's not going to happen. Your growth does not even begin until you are willing to get uncomfortable in your life. And so this is the time and this is the season to move from that place of comfortability into that place of getting out of your comfort zone so that you can see the change and the breakthroughs that you want to see manifest in your life. More is always discovered through discomfort. I really want you to get that. More is always discovered through discomfort. And so you've got to be willing to get uncomfortable if you want to embrace a different life. This is the problem. What I know to be true from personal experience is that getting uncomfortable is in hostile opposition to an unrenewed mind. And so because our minds have not been renewed and we live adjusted to an old paradigm and to old patterns and ideologies and pathologies in our lives, when you start talking about getting uncomfortable, there's just this defense mechanism and resistance that rises up in us because it totally goes against our wiring and our psychological construct. And so you have to, when you begin to sense that resistance, you got to begin to renew your mind and reprogram your mind to embrace new realities and possibilities. And so you can't just be like, I don't want to be inconvenienced. I don't want anything uncomfortable. You got to begin to uproot those things from your psychological garden so that you can begin to embrace the life that you were created to live. More is never found on the easy path. I want you to get that, because there are so many people, we live in this self-help era, we live in this positivity and positive vibe era, and people think because they make 2 affirmations and they do 2 positive things that they're going to cancel out 20 years of toxic thinking and toxic cycles, and it doesn't work that way. Just as you have built the habits that have framed much of the frustration and failure of your life, you will also have to build the habits that will engineer the success and the prosperity that you want to see. And I don't think that we hear enough teaching about that today. We have a lot of bubblegum pop. We have a lot of fluff, a lot of lies and deceptions telling people that if they just do A, B, C, D, everything is going to be great in their lives and they're just going to live this wonderful, fantastic existence with no problems, no challenges, no opposition, and you can just think yourself happy and think your way into success. And that's just not the truth. And you know I'm a firm believer in the mind. I've written a lot about the mind over the years, but it doesn't happen that way. You are not going to get to more in your life on the easy path. More always requires effort and the exertion of energy. And what I discovered, and you've heard me say this before, is that success is a climb. And when you make the decision that you're going to make the climb, you realize that it is a path that is it is the path that is less traveled in life. Very few people are willing to get on that path. They're not willing to make the climb. They're not willing to be inconvenienced. They're not willing to experience discomfort and dis-ease in their lives because they want everything to be handed to them. And it's this entitlement mentality that robs so many people of living an empowered life. Nothing is just going to come to you. You're going to have to put in the effort, exert the energy, and make the climb to embrace the next dimension in your life. You are not going to embrace the next dimension by choosing easy. You are not going to embrace the next dimension by choosing comfortable. You are not going to embrace the next dimension by choosing convenience. You are going to have to make the quality decision that you are going to exert the energy to move you from where you are to where it is that you want to be. Most people have dreams, but they live a nightmare. I want you to write that down. Most people have dreams, but they live a nightmare. And why do they live a nightmare? Nightmares are the product of neutrality. One of the things that you cannot afford to do is to be neutral. You know, I always tell people that when you have a compelling vision will demand compelling action. Write that down. A compelling vision will demand compelling action. So all these people tell me they have this great vision of what they want to do and how they want to change the world and how they want to impact people's lives. And then I begin to look at the productivity of their lives, and it's a total contradiction. So somebody is lying. You don't really want what you say you want. You're not moving toward it. You're not taking action toward it. You're not developing the skills that will get you closer to it. You're not willing to invest in the relationships and the mentoring and the coaching and the advising to get you there. All you have is a dream and an aspiration in your heart, and you are living your life in a place of neutrality, and neutrality has no place in your dreams. I want you to get that. Neutrality has no place in your dream. You cannot afford to be neutral if you want to live your dream. You cannot afford to be neutral if you want to embrace more for your life. You have got to get out of neutral and to shift your life into overdrive if you want to experience a new life and a new level of living. The worst position you can ever take is